Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I wanted to talk about this most recent situation with the former head of the CIA being stripped of his clearance. Now, it's a very interesting thing in many different respects and many different avenues, and we have to take the arena of politics out of this because otherwise it'll become just a hornet's nest. But we have to look at the Constitution, we have to look at law, and we have to look at technology. Because technology has gone and expanded and has had a profound effect upon the law. Now, if you are part of the government, if you work for a government organization, whatever it may be, once you leave that organization, that department, that center of power, you return to being a private citizen. Now, if indeed you had been a senator, a congressman, a diplomat, head of the CIA, head of the FBI, vice president, president, you are not privy to the actions of the present government. I don't care what party, I don't care what department, it does not matter, it is irrelevant. Because this is very much like it was when this country was founded. We had a law that when you had the presidential election, whoever had the highest number of votes became president. Whoever had the second highest amount of votes became vice president. And it turned out to be an absolute disaster because the ideologies were completely different. Look at the presidency of John Adams. He had Thomas Jefferson, and they couldn't agree on the colors black or white. And Jefferson did everything in his power to totally destroy the administration and the power of Adams' presidency. This led to a law where we had to change things because it was insane. Now, with the new arena of technology and internet and things like that, people get their top secret clearance a lot through the internet, through private channels of the internet. This can't be. Once you are not part of the political organization, of the governmental organization, whatever it may be, whatever party, whatever side, it doesn't matter, you return to being a private citizen. Otherwise, you will have all of these individuals taking advantage of their access to do damage to an administration for which they disagree. And this can work in either way, on both sides of the aisle. Therefore, we should nip it in the bud everywhere. It should be law. It should be a constitutional amendment, as far as I'm concerned, that once you leave the precincts of a position within government, whatever, and once you become a private citizen, you are not privy to sensitive information. You do not have that access. That access is a privilege which is afforded to the individual who is part of an organization. I work for many companies, and I work for some governments, governmental organizations years ago. And I was accessing information that was important. But of course I don't anymore. I don't have that access, and I shouldn't. And that should be true of any individual who served under the umbrella of the organization for which they belonged. This is only logical, because if we look at this, a lot of people who have that kind of access can take advantage of it and can use it in many different ways, politically, but in another way, financially. And you know something? We're talking about the hacking of information by foreign governments, if this is true. Why are we making it easier? By letting so many people have access. And a lot of people will follow money faster than they will follow allegiance to the country for which they had once served. Think about this. It is a frightening scenario, and one that should be solved immediately. Because if this has been the case for many, many years, which I'm not sure, I was shocked to discover that it was going on in the first place. This should not be. And I think it's most important to make sure it is curtailed as quickly as possible. Thank you.